Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose. We're so happy you joined us for happy hour tonight. Welcome back to another episode. We are excited to kick off this episode. We felt like it was very overdue because we have been traveling girls. And so we thought in this episode, the meat of it, we'll talk about our traveling tips and things that help us stay on top of our traveling, packing tips, all the things that can help you get back to normal after a trip. So we'll dive into all that. But per usual, Rye, before we get into things, I want to ask, what's in your cup?
Tonight, I am drinking a Spindrift again. I have the grapefruit one tonight. Do you like Spindrift? I feel like
I love Spindrift.
Okay. Yeah, I love it because it's fresh fruit squeezed. So it's like very natural tasting. But yeah, that's my lazy girl drink tonight.
I love that. I'm also lazy girl. I have a raspberry rose poppy.
Yum. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. That sounds, I've never tried that flavor.
Oh, it's so good. It's probably my favorite. I don't know if it's because it's the first poppy flavor I ever tried, but I love it. But Spindrift, my favorite flavor actually is grapefruit. I'm such a grapefruit girl.
So good. I know, we both
Justice
are.
for grapefruits. Let's add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
Well, I love that we're on the lazy girl mocktail train. We'll have to add some fun mocktails to our repertoire in our happy hour club. I'm so glad you guys are loving that. But I feel like I haven't gotten to hear about all your travel. You've been go, go, go the past couple of weeks. So can you fill us in on the Morgan Wallen concert, on you visiting Kendall, like all that different stuff? I just need a full recap.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to chit chat. The Morgan Wallen concert was seriously so much fun. I don't know what I was expecting, but he was such a good performer. He has so many bangers. I didn't sit down one time the entire concert. Like, he was just so good. Kate and I can't stop listening to Morgan Wallen now. Does that happen to you after a concert too?
Oh my gosh, I dive so deep into Obsession. I'm so jealous because I listen to Morgan Wallen all the time and I haven't been. So I can't imagine after going to a concert. What was your favorite song?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love the song Whiskey Friends. I feel like it's just such like an upbeat. So I loved that. What's the one? I haven't took you to my home. I'm not gonna sing on the meet my mama. That one was so fun. Long Live Cowgirls. So fun. Just like every one after another, every song, we were just having so much fun. And he brought out Wiz Khalifa, who is like a Pittsburgh guy. He sang Black and Yellow. That is the best way to like rile up a Pittsburgh crowd. Oh wait, by the way, I forgot about this. Did you see that viral video of the girls fighting in the porta potty?
Wait, that was at Pittsburgh?
That was at Morgan Wallen, Pittsburgh.
No, I saw a clip of it and I just like scrolled past. Wait, I need more info. Did you like?
So it's like, so you did see the video?
I saw like a girl talking about it being her mom that was like getting fought.
Okay, so first off, this video comes out. It's like actually very hard to watch. It's like, I guess apparently someone cut in the porta potty line and this girl went after her. And it's not funny, but like the funniest part about it is like they're in the actual porta potty, like throwing hands, pulling hair. This one girl comes out of nowhere, throwing punches. She like grabbed these two women by their hair, pulls them like out of the porta potty. It was freaking wild. So then everyone's saying this girl in the white romper, she's like a WWE fighter, like just because she came in swinging. And it turns out she is this 21-year-old girl and she was protecting her mom. I'm like, okay, I would do that for my mom too. Like this poor girl. God. Isn't that wild?
That is insane. Also, like, why are we fighting? Like, you're missing this concert you paid so much money for.
I know.
Can you imagine?
I know. That's what I mean. It's so hard to watch because I hate that kind of stuff. And it's just sad that it came to that. But yeah, this girl was protecting her mom. And I'm like, okay, we would all do that. I mean, yes, we wouldn't throw punch. We're not fighters, but we would protect our mothers at all costs.
For sure. Oh my gosh. So you didn't see it happen or anything. You just saw it after the fact. Okay.
I saw it after the fact. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so jealous. It looked so fun. So is it at the baseball stadium?
It was at PNC Park. Yeah.
That is so cool. I don't know why I expected it to be at, I always will call it Heinz Field, but whatever the heck it's called now.
Heinz. It's kind of funny though, because now that I'm thinking about it, he came out in a Troy Polamalu jersey, which is football.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny he didn't come out in a baseball jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's not normal for like big concerts to be in baseball. I feel like it's usually football. Isn't that right?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it.
But I love that because PNC is so gorgeous.
It was so fun. Like, I just want to relive the night over and over. Actually, someone did comment on my Instagram and say, "Where is Rose?" I'm like, oh, she doesn't live in Pittsburgh. I wish she could have came with me.
Literally add it to the list of every top concerts this year that I haven't gone to. I wanted to go to Morgan so bad. I was like living vicariously through you, and you looked so cute.
Thanks. Oh my gosh. We decided to go kind of last minute. So I was a little stressed about an outfit. I need like a while to figure out a cute outfit. But I feel like I pulled it together and I worked with what I had.
Honestly, I really feel like your outfit looks like you planned it for months. It was so good. I was obsessed with it.
Thank you.
I really did. I loved it. And you went on the party bus and everything. Like, I just feel like you guys, for doing it last minute, you guys really did it well.
It was so fun. It was a good way to kick off the weekend.
For sure.
But I also went to visit my sister Kendall at JMU, which was so much fun as well. And I got to see, so she's a junior. I got to see like where she lives, and obviously got to go to a football game, watch the dance team perform. They were so good. It brought back so much nostalgia. I was like, oh my gosh, I miss game days were like the longest days for us in college.
Yeah.
But they were so much fun. It like made me miss it so much. But so after the game, it was super late and we went to her house to like see where she lives, and we're hanging out there. First of all, her closet is huge. I'm like, no college student has a closet this big. It is not fair.
Jealous.
But leave it to Kendall.
I know.
But so we met her roommates. We were having so much fun. It was me and my parents, grandparents, Cade, and we were like going to hang out there, have a pizza, and just relax. And Kendall's like, no, can you guys go eat your pizza at your hotel room? Like, I'm having friends over. And we're like, okay.
I am dead. That is the most Kendall thing I've ever heard.
It is the most Kendall thing. Like, when she is done, she's done. She like was so excited for us to be there. And then she hit a wall and she's like, okay, can you guys leave? Which I know you understand because
yes,
like, remember in, what was it, high school or even middle school when we would carpool to dance? Like me, you, and Kendall, our parents would drive us because we didn't have our licenses yet. And we'd be dropping you off at the end of the night. We'd be turning onto your street, like not even near your house yet, still a couple minutes away. And Kendall would be like, all right, bye, Rose. Like, bye.
Wait, literally, we'd have 5 minutes left in the drive. We're like, you know, have a lot of time to still catch up or talk or whatever. And she would be like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow, Rose. Bye. I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm still going to be here for 5 minutes.
When she's done, it's like, that's it. She's done.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she kicked us out of her house so she could hang out with her friends.
Were they like going to go out or what?
No. So that's the thing about JMU. It's a college town. Like, it's not really near like they don't go out in the city like we did. I mean, she's not 21 yet, so maybe they will eventually, but they were just staying at the house, hanging out, and
it's like a house party.
Yeah.
Like chill.
So we went back to our hotel and had our pizza there.
I'm dead. The pizza looks fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it was this, like, the slices were probably equivalent to 3 slices. They were like these jumbo slices. That's what this place is known for. And Kate ate 3. I could barely eat one because they're so big.
I love that. I love that for him. Yeah, it looked so fun. I really quickly need to ask if you remember this story. I was talking to Ryan the other day, and I forget what made this come up, but I was telling him how one time we were at Deep Creek. Riley and her family always went to Deep Creek, and I would always go with you guys. And something happened. It's on the Kendall realm. That's why I'm bringing it up. And she said something like, you're like, ow, Kendall, that hurts, or like, you hurt my arm. And she was like, well, you hurt my heart, or what was, do you remember the saying? We like joked about it for so long. And I was trying so hard to remember exactly what she said, but I remember it became this like running joke in your family because she was like dead serious that you like really hurt her heart over something. Just, do you remember this?
I didn't know where you were going, but now that you said it, I totally remember that. I feel like, so she's 7 years younger than we are. So she always wanted to hang out with us and like be with the cool kids. And we were such brats. We were like, no, Kendall, go away. So it was probably something like that. She was annoyed that we wouldn't let her like hang out with us. And she said, "We hurt my heart."
It was like the way she said it, like it was just the saddest, cutest, funniest thing. But it's so funny that you were talking about Kendall because it made me think of that. But wow, I'm so glad you had such a great time. I was dying to hear an update because it's been a little bit.
It was so fun. I'm really glad we went. But speaking of Kendall and like cute young Gen Z TikTokers, I wanted to talk about this Alex Earl situation with her. I don't know if it's her like if we're allowed to say boyfriend or what, but
I'm question marks all over.
Question marks all over.
Like, okay.
I don't understand.
In case people aren't following, I'm sure, I feel like everyone's on the Alex Earl trend or like aware, but like explain, because I feel like you maybe know a little bit more than me, like the situation, and then we can give our thoughts.
Okay. I actually don't know a lot about the situation, but
okay, me either.
I think so. Alex had this like long-term boyfriend. I don't know if it was long-term, but it was this boyfriend. They broke up. Mm-hmm. And then she started hanging out with this guy. Is his name Braxton? He's like some football player.
Yes. I think he plays in Florida. So they like are around each other, I think.
So yes, she was spotted with this guy, this football player who used to date Sophie, or is it Sophia? One of the youngest, two. Sophie or
the youngest Colpo.
Mm-hmm. So they used to date, and apparently he cheated on her with, I don't know who with, but he's now hanging out with Alex. And poor Sophie is like posting all these cryptic TikToks. I think she's like hurting, which it has to be so hard seeing him running all over town with this Alex Earl.
Yeah, the hot commodity girl right now.
Yes. But the weirdest part to me is that they keep reiterating that they are just friends. They're nothing more. And I'm like, they've been hanging out for a while now. Like, I don't understand the just friends things. They clearly really like each other.
Yeah. You know? I feel like for a while though, like at least at like the beginning of people figuring out that it was Braxton, they were not claiming to be friends. It was weird. And then now it's like this big push for like, we're just friends. And I think it's because other videos came out of her like making out with other people at bars. And I feel like she's trying to like, I mean, it could be other things, but I remember they were out somewhere, her and her girlfriends, and people were like, I guess Braxton's not a thing anymore because she's like, there was a video of her making out with someone else.
Oh my God.
But I sent this video to Riley that I found on TikTok of her and Braxton literally making out, like full-fledged make out in the middle of the club, but holding one of those, you know, bottle signs that says just friends. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I'm so confused. And like, I don't really vibe with the like overcompensating.
Yeah. Like I understand not wanting to be in a relationship, but clearly they really like each other. And I feel like they're more than just friends. But yeah, it's weird to me. I don't like, why do you think?
I don't know. And like, yeah, I mean, if you're not ready, if you're just friends with Bennett, like that's fine. But it's almost like just forceful. And I don't know. I do feel bad because obviously we are so far removed. We have no clue like the timeline and stuff. But I agree. I've seen videos from Sophie or Sophia, like just kind of claiming that there was like a messy crossover. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I just think it's odd that, I don't know, like what they had to clearly like talk to bartenders to get that written on a sign and then take a picture. Yeah. Like her friends are the ones that posted the videos. So it feels like it's her agenda, not like it's just getting leaked because she's Alex. And
yeah,
I don't know.
I know it's definitely a weird agenda. Like I don't understand it, but maybe other people do. Maybe we're just out of the know.
Yeah, maybe if we're out of the know, leave your like comments or suggestions. We'll put the video we saw, and I made sure to save it in case like TikTok or they take it down or something, you know, hits the fan and they get rid of it. I'm like, have it saved to the camera roll. So we'll put it on Drinks on Us and maybe leave like a comment box that you guys can tell us if we're just like Delulu or what.
Yeah, give us a tea. I've got to know. Okay, speaking of football, should we talk about our fantasy football?
Okay.
It's like going kind of viral.
So a couple episodes, we talked about our fantasy football draft, and we were just, ready to have a good time, do our best. All the boys were trying to give us all different logic. And I just decided out of the blue to just like record little moments because I was just like laughing so hard. Our one friend,
so
Kayla,
funny.
was like in shambles. Her sister got married the night before. Dev, our other friend, can't get her Wi-Fi to work. Our other friend is breastfeeding her newborn baby. Like, we were just a hot mess, and we were like trying to give each other tips, but weren't really sure about the tips our boyfriends or husbands were giving us. So it was just funny, and I just decided to pull out my camera, and I put something on TikTok, and it is like blowing up. People are cracking up at the names of our teams. Dev has 3 quarterbacks on her team, and it was so funny. Ride, tell them what she was saying her logic behind it was.
Wait, what was her logic behind the quarterbacks? I don't even know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so she was like, well, maybe you're not supposed to have 3, but I think it's a good idea because then none of you guys can pick them up. I have them all on my bench.
No.
Like, okay.
Literally, like, Barstool Sports posted your video, like reposted us. It's insane.
I'm like, I didn't know it was that funny.
Yeah, we were just, oh my gosh. I was dying because Cade, leading up to the draft, was trying to give me all these tips. And he's like, okay, like, don't tell your friends, like, your tactics. Don't tell them all the secrets. And then we all get on there. We're like, okay, so Cade told me that we're supposed to do this. Like, we're all helping each other pick good teams because it's like not that big of a deal to us. So yeah, I can't believe how viral that video is going on TikTok.
Yeah, you guys got to go check it out. I mean, it's literally so short. I just put it to the I'm just a girl because
so
it was
funny.
like, we're literally just girls and we're sending it off to the boys to figure it out. So we'll keep you guys updated how the league is going. But nonetheless, we just hope everybody has a good time. I hope my team gets along. They're on a team together, so I hope they have fun.
We just hope everyone has fun. That's all that matters to us.
That's our agenda. But yeah, also Kayla, the last thing is that Kayla was, like I said, not in great spirits. She was very tired. And up until I think maybe the 9th draft round or whatever it's called, she said, oh, that number is not their ranking. That's their week. They have a bye week, like where they don't play that week. She thought that was the order of how good they were. So we'll see how Kayla's team does.
Oh my God. It's so funny.
It's so funny. Okay. Should we go into what's in your cart segment? I feel like I am like eager to know what's in your cart, and I have a couple things that I want your opinion if I should get them. But
oh, yay.
First, I just have in my cart that I really, really need to re-up on. I feel like it's a big talk. I feel like almost all girls are always trying different self-tanners. And I feel like I finally found one that is like a good staple to have in my closet. And so I'm upping on my number 32 Luxe Unfiltered. It's the tanning lotion, but it's deep. So it's like she has like a regular subtle one, but this one is deep. I have it on right now. What? You're watching the video, Riley let out a gasp.
I was going to let you finish that sentence, but I was literally going to ask you if you were wearing it right now because you're glowing. Like, your tan looks amazing. I'm about to buy whatever you have.
Okay, seriously, I am a big fan of it, and it's Santal. I never know how to say that right, but
I say Santal.
Santal, that's right. Sorry, guys. Pronunciating. Is that it? Okay. I'm just not good at it. It's not my forte. But I feel like it's either super sticky or it smells really bad. So I think I've talked on a podcast before. I love her body conditioning lotion. And so this feels the exact same as a lotion and has the same scent and smell, but it makes you so tan. So I love that it's not like, maybe I would use on top of it like a foaming for a big event or something, like the foam tanner, which if you have one you love, I'd love to hear. Do you have one you love?
I use Loving Tan.
Is that the pink one? Pink and white?
Okay. I like it, but like, your color is just so gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of it. Her regular one to me was too subtle because if I'm tanning, I want to see a drastic difference. Yeah. So the deep, it's got to be deep. The color or the number 32 deep. So I'll link it, but I feel like I fly through it because it's so moisturizing as well. It doesn't leave you cracked or dry. So all over,
Love.
it's super luxe. So I think you would love it. It's worth trying.
Oh, 100%. You're going to link it and I'm going to buy it.
Okay. And then we'll get Riley's review next time. And then, okay, I feel like because I'm back from my trips and like the tropical vacations are over, I can fully happily tell you that I'm switching into fall mode.
Yay! Finally. Welcome to the dark side.
I was like, I can't go to the beach and have all this like tropical vibes. I need to just like fully embrace it once I'm home. So now that I'm home, I'm embracing it. And I feel like everybody is on the UGG slipper trend this year early, where I feel like it kind of popped off later in the winter last year. And so a couple years ago, I got like the the dark chocolate Uggs, the Tasman with like the stitching. Yep. But I really have been wanting the chestnut with the red. I just love. Yep. So I'm like, should I get them to beat the rush? Because I feel like I keep seeing people getting them. Okay, so I should.
I think that you should, because if you wait and go to get them, they're going to be sold out. You know they are.
I know.
That's like the most popular UGG. So I keep seeing the UGG ads pop up on my phone all the time and I click them. And now that I clicked it one time, it shows up every time. I want to get those mini style ones in shade. It's like sand or something. It's like light sand. They're so freaking cute.
I love that color. I want them so bad. Are they the mini boot or are they the slipper? Okay.
They're not the slipper.
They're like almost like an ashy nude, right?
Yeah.
I saw those and I almost got them last year in New York, but I was worried about how they would wear being so light, because I feel like even my chestnuts get like the water stains and stuff. But I do have one recommendation with UGG season coming. You have to just invest in the UGG cleaner. It has changed my life. It's like a 3-step. It's like a brush, an oil, and a cleaner, and it gets all your like stains out and keeps them nice. If you like get them in a rain puddle or like after a big snowstorm, I'll link it. I invested in it and it's like saved all my Uggs.
I need that.
So you need that. You need the sand. They also have, which I feel like you would look really cute in. I feel like it's a new color this year in the slipper realm. It's like a very, very light kind of cream, but it's like Sherpa. Have you seen?
Love, yes. I want those
I feel like
too.
you would. I was going to say, I think you would look super cute in those.
Shoot. I know. And they keep coming up and everything, like my size is in stock. And what you were saying, I think it was last episode, we both wear the most popular size. So I feel like we should just get them now. It'll be a good investment. We'll wear them all winter.
Okay. You're convincing me that I need to get them. And also I've heard they have them on like Dillard's and like different sites, because I feel like sometimes UGG is super picked over. Yeah. So I feel like we can do the Google image search and find them. But I do think we'd wear them so much. Like,
yeah,
my Uggs I've had 2-3 seasons ago, like I still wear the crap out of them. And now that they've like kind of come into fall fashion, I feel like why not? You get 2 out of 4 seasons.
Yeah, I agree completely. Is there anything else in your cart?
That's really it right now. But I want to hear what's in your cart.
I'm just adding everything from your cart into my cart. This is great. I don't necessarily have anything in my cart right now, but I wanted to give 2 reviews.
Let's clap that Riley doesn't have anything in her cart. I need to learn from you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do now.
Okay. But, sorry.
The Amika hair mask that I talked about, it was like that free sample that I got. I tried it. I really liked it. It added a lot of moisture to my hair, which was the whole purpose, but it didn't smell like the dry shampoo, which made me really sad. The smell of that dry shampoo is like amazing, isn't it?
It's what makes it, I think.
It makes it. Mm-hmm. So I would say it worked fine. It was like a good size sample. I'll probably get another use out of it. But whenever I go to buy something full size, I'm going to go back to the Way hair mask only because of the smell. It literally smells so good and it kind of lingers in your hair. And it does the same thing. It adds so much moisture. So that's my review.
Okay. Well, I'm very happy because I was very curious about it. I still haven't pulled the trigger and got the texturizing spray, by the way. I will give that review. I'm curious if that smells like dry shampoo. But I have to tell you, if you're watching the video, you can see my hair is uber slicked right now.
So cute.
Thank you. It is hair wash day, so that's why I resorted to this. But when you spoke about your hair mask, I saw this video. Of course, you guys know by now that I love Sophia Richie, and she rocks the best slick bun. And she made a video explaining how she does and perfects her slick bun. I'll put the link and stuff. I feel like I need to get every product she talked about to make it as good as hers is. But the big thing she said is she uses a hair mask in her hair when she does it versus like a gel, because she felt like the gel was
Interesting.
kind of breaking her hair. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. And I'm like, a hair mask would be so good, especially knowing I'm going to wash my hair tonight. And
That's
I
true.
have I had a little whey sample from Sephora. It was, I don't know exactly what it was, like this description of the hair mask. I loved it. I mean, I don't know the results yet because it's all up in my hair, but it lathered so well. It smelled amazing. So link yours, because I think I'm hooked on the whey mask, and I'll just get the one you like.
It smells so good. And that's such a good idea to do it on a slick back day, because you are supposed to leave it in. Sometimes I even like would leave it in overnight and then just wash my hair again in the morning. But that is a great way to use it. Yeah, I think you'll love
Yeah.
it. It smells really good.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that new trend where we put slick back. We put it in slick back the day before hair wash.
Love. Wow.
Yay.
That is habit stacking.
Oh, look at us taking our own advice.
And then the only other update that I wanted to give on my cart is that new lipstick that I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
The Makeup by Mario one and the Tarte one. I wore them all day at JMU at the game. And I just wanted to say, I absolutely loved the way that it wore.
Okay.
And it didn't get like crusty, or, you know, when sometimes you get that white line when it's like your lipstick's been on too long. It's so like gross. I hate when I get that. I didn't get that at all. So I just wanted to say it is like the best for like long days.
Okay. That's really good to know, because I feel like each lip product we have has a different perk to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll add it into my cart as well. Pull my finger, pull my arm, whatever. Also, I had to shout out your outfit came together really cute for JMU.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. You gave me a good advice to go with like a black and white vibe. So that's what I did.
Yeah. It looked so cute. I loved it. You really you weren't like overly in the like purple gold, which I know isn't like our cup of tea per se. Yeah. But you still were supporting. So I liked it.
We're supportive girls.
Of course. Yes.
Okay. So
should we get into it?
Yeah, I think we should. Where do we start?
Oh my gosh. I feel like this is another love language of Riley and I's, just because it falls into the type A category. And I feel like you and I have been traveling so much lately, like going on long trips or just quick drivable weekends. And so we just figured it would be so easy for us to talk about it. And I feel like we're both drawn to like videos on TikTok and Instagram, and we love learning new tips. So we figured we'd share some with you. So maybe we can start off by sharing how we like prep for a trip. If you like know you're going on a trip, take us through how you lead up to getting ready.
Okay. So when I'm getting ready for a trip, do you mean like packing or before even the packing part?
Maybe just like ways that you help to not be overwhelmed when you go to pack.
Okay. Yeah. That's my biggest thing. I feel like I get so overwhelmed because it's like you have to pack so many outfits and so many shoes and just everything overwhelms me. So I actually make lists on my phone. I'm such a list girl. And I type out every event that I have and like what kind of outfit I need, like whether it's an outfit for a plane or an outfit for the car ride, or if we're hanging out at the house when we get there before we go out for the night, like a comfort outfit and then a going out. So I just list all the outfits I need. And then I go back from there and say, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to wear on this day and this day. That way you're not overpacking and you're prepared for every single occasion. Is that what you do too?
Yes. And I will say I've done both realms. Like I always write down everything I need, but sometimes I'll just like throw in a bunch of shorts and a bunch of tops if I know it's not like super planned out. But I always feel like my packing goes better and I'm just like less stressed when I'm there, when I just take the time to decide I'm going to wear this. Maybe I bring like a few extra in case I'm not feeling it when I go to put on the outfit. But I think if you take the time to plan it and like figure out exactly what you need, it just helps you be more mindless on your trip and not be like, what am I going to wear? And, you know, like it's already thought out. But yeah, I'm all into figuring out what you're going to be doing on your trip, figuring out your outfits from there. And then from there, just kind of adding in like your toiletries and your how many underwear and sports bras and socks. And I always make sure I have like a hoodie or
Me
sweats. Like
too.
because yeah, which I know we're gonna share a little bit more about like our must packs, but I think writing it all down just helps take down the feeling of being overwhelmed of like where do I begin?
For sure. Yes. Knowing every single outfit for every single occasion helps me so much. Also, I feel like we're the same. Like the day before a trip, I cannot talk to one person. I cannot add anything into my day. I'm getting my hair done, getting my nails done, getting my spray tan. It's like getting last minute things at Target. That has to be the busiest day ever because it's just like you need to get all this stuff done. You want it to be fresh for your trip.
Yeah, days before trips are chaotic, let alone if you fly
Chaos.
Southwest, you got to freaking check into your flight. So add more stress onto it.
Yeah.
And I
24
really
hours.
wish I could be a freaking like 3-4 days in advance packer. I feel like I can think about it, or maybe I shopped for the trip. So I have a couple outfits, but I feel like with your laundry and everything, it's hard to like, at least for me, like fully pack until the day of. I feel like I
Yeah.
actually pack better under pressure. I'll make my lists and kind of brainstorm, but like fully putting it all together, I feel like I'm kind of a little last minute with that. What about you?
I'm actually the same way, but I think it's because we are doing our laundry, like you said, and like I'll start making my list maybe a week or a couple days beforehand. But yeah, I'm a last minute packer too, which is not like us. We're usually like very organized.
Yeah, Ryan tells me I pick and choose what I'm type A about.
Yeah, I think that's true for me too.
I'm like, whatever. Okay, so are you on the pack and cube trend?
I tried it and I didn't keep up with it. I don't know why. I think that I liked it, but I haven't used them in a while, in a couple trips. What about you?
I love them, but I also went through a time not using them. I actually forgot, like I went through a spurt of not traveling for a really long time and I forgot to pull them out because it wasn't like a habit yet. But since I've been traveling so much, I think I need more. I feel like the
Me
pack
too.
I got, the sizes sometimes don't necessarily work great, but I love it because I will usually do like my night out outfits, my workout outfits, my PJs, and then like miscellaneous. So it just helps me stay more organized because what is worse than a chaotic suitcase when you get to your trip?
My gosh, nothing worse. So, what brand are your packing cubes? I definitely need more too.
Yeah, mine are just like a random one on Amazon. I had it on our wedding
Perfect.
registry and they're great, but I definitely think we should both get another pack.
Okay. And then what brand, like, what is your favorite suitcase brand?
Okay. Well, I know we both know this, so Riley will have to share her love for her big beige suitcase because I've talked to her about it endless times because I have yet to buy the big hard shell. I have the like carry-on roller and the weekender overnighter, both beige brand, BEIS. If you're not familiar, I'm sure you are. I feel like it's like taken over, but it just knocks all the other ones out of the water. So I just have to
It
bite the
does.
bullet and just know it'll be worth it to get the beige one. It is really expensive though.
It's so expensive, but it is so worth it. You can also get like a clear zip case that goes around it so that it doesn't get all beat up because you're spending all this money. You don't want it. I mean, TSA must like play rugby with our luggage or something. Like,
No, they
we get
do.
it back and it is beat to shit. But anyways, I got that clear thing so it doesn't get all beat up. And the best part, not the best part, one of the best parts about this suitcase is that it tells you when your suitcase is overweight. And so you can't beat it.
No, I'm like, every time she talks about all the perks of it, I'm like, why do I not have it? I travel way too much to not have it.
You do. You need, and you would love it. You know, you would love it because you have the carry-on size.
I know. Ryan's parents got us the carry-ons for Christmas last year and we're both hooked. And I just need to get the bigger one. Maybe I'll wait for like the next sale, but tell us more like what do you love about it other than the appearance, obviously, and the weight?
Well, yeah, it's very aesthetic. I have the light pink, like peachy color. I absolutely love it. And it's just, you can fit so much into it. And the suitcase itself isn't that heavy. So it doesn't like add to your weight, you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of the Weekender, you got the Weekender before I did. I think you made me get that.
Yes.
I use that bag every single time I travel, whether I'm going on a plane or a road trip or even just going to like get ready at someone's house for something in town. That is my go-to bag because there's
It's
so
the
many
best.
compartments. You can fit so much in it. It's easy to like, even if you have a million things in it and it's really heavy, it's still easy to swing over your shoulder and carry. That is my most used bag for sure.
Do you have the full size or the mini Weekender?
Full size.
Me too. And you have the tan one, right? So all yours is tan. All mine are black. So I need to get the black big guy.
Yes. And I need to get the tan, like peachy colored carry-on. I only have the big guy.
Yes. Okay. So here's a little tip too. Learn this from my friend Kristen. She's a Delta flight attendant.
Oh, cool.
Your Weekender is considered a personal item.
Not a carry-on.
So what I do is I check my bag, whatever, my non-freaking beige bag. It's a piece of shit, but it will be beige one day. And I use my beige ruler, my carry-on, what is it? Hard shell. And then the Weekender bag has a slit for you to slide down on the handles. So it's so carefree through the airport. Like I prefer to have that because it's less on your shoulder. And if you have to like run or you could just zoom away with it, you know, it's great. I also have the beige pet carrier for Rin, and that also has a slit down. So if I'm traveling with Rin, I have to get rid of the Weekender because Rin's my personal item, but he also slides onto the beige thing. So it just makes for easier travel through the airport.
So, like just beige in general makes travel so easy. I think I need to switch over to everything beige. Like they have makeup bags and toiletry bags. I think eventually I should really invest in that because clearly their stuff is durable and we love it.
I know. Maybe we should get their packing cubes.
Oh my gosh. Packing cubes. Yes.
What brand of packing cubes do you have? I'm sure they do, right?
I feel like they have to. The brand that I have is random, like used something from Amazon, but I truly haven't used them in so long because I was so into it at first and then I kind of just fell off and never went back.
Yeah. I also saw like in my, I'm sure you had it too, but in my beige bag, it also comes with like a little laundry bag. So I know this is kind of segueing into the next, but I always bring some sort of tote that I don't love that much because I feel like my clothes get gross when I'm traveling. But I always bring a bag to throw all of my dirty clothes in to just keep things separated because I hate the feeling of like a big pile when I'm traveling of my dirty clothes. I just love having them thrown in, especially if you work out on a trip and you don't have access to like a washer and dryer. It's just like gross.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
That's one of your must-haves, bringing like a little laundry bag?
Yes. And I feel like the little ones like don't hold enough for like a week trip. So I bring like a big just like tote that you could like a Trader Joe's bag type situation.
Yeah. Yep. I always have to have somewhere to put my like dirty used clothes. I also, this is so random, but anywhere I go, if I'm staying overnight, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I bring my silver mirror. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Share your point and then I have to give it from my point of view.
This mirror, I've had it for as long as I can remember. Let's just put it that way. And it is such a lifesaver. Everyone makes fun of me because no matter where we go, no matter where we are, I always have this mirror. But it's like amazing because if there's a million girls using the bathroom to do their makeup, I'll just bring my little mirror out somewhere else, sit it by a window, and I can do my makeup wherever. Or I don't know. I need it every single time. I always bring it.
Later, do you know where you got this mirror? I swear it has been the best, most secure item you've ever purchased in your life. You've had it since the time I can remember.
It's from Home Goods. So random.
Like, go off Home Goods. So none of us can ever get it. She'll have to find a dupe for it because, of course, that's like the worst part about Home Goods. But I cannot tell you guys the amount of trips that this mirror even has come in handy. I'm like, can I use the other side of the mirror while you're getting ready? And I'm just like on the zoomed in side on the other side because I remember verbatim the what did we call the place in Raleigh?
Oh, the Shack.
The Shack. Just different
Worst
story, different day.
Ever.
There was literally no mirrors and we all were using literally our cell phones. And Riley was like, I got my mirror. Like, it always comes in handy. You know what? I really need to get myself one of those.
Yes, and there's nothing special about it. There's no LED light on it. It's just a regular like handheld mirror. It's kind of big, but I always find a way to fit it no matter where I'm going. But you're right. Like anywhere we go, I feel like I always use it. There's always a need for it. By the way, the shack, remember the cockroach?
Oh, you guys, we went on this trip and it was right before COVID. We thought we slayed and got the cutest Airbnb with our hometown best friends.
We got catfished by Airbnb.
Beyond. I mean, like none of us, like Riley, you'll have to share I know this has to be in your packing repertoire, is your slippers and socks and stuff because you can't. So I'm not even that much of a germaphobe. Riley is more germaphobe and I couldn't even put my feet on the ground. It was disgusting. I think we all slept in pike position.
We definitely did.
It was so the worst. Gross.
But we had each other and like we made the trip so much fun. But yeah,
there was
just unlocked
cockroaches. There was cockroaches. So that's all you need to know. And no mirrors. And it was literally on the side of the road, like a main highway. It was the worst. But anyways, okay. So something else, Riley, I know I also do this. So I know you do. You bring slippers every trip. Do you have like a travel pair of slippers?
Have a travel pair of slippers because I don't know why I'm like this. I'm so weird, but like I can't touch my feet to the floor. Well, so like if you're in a hotel and there's a carpet, like how do they clean it? Yeah, they can vacuum it, but it's not really clean. So that's my thing. True. I can't put my feet on the carpet because it's not clean.
So tell them the story about, didn't your dad tell you did that? Like something, you had that since you were a little girl, like you would not touch the floor.
I don't remember this, but my parents say like a long, long time ago when I was little and we were staying at a beach house, it like wasn't the greatest beach house apparently. And I laid t-shirts down from like the kitchen to my bedroom at the house we were staying at so that my feet didn't have to touch the carpet. So I've just always been so weird about that. And I don't know why. I wish I wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, at least you like have found ways to like what works for you without it being like a big deal. Like you just know what works for you and what doesn't. And you always come prepared to make sure you're not like your feet aren't exposed to the hotel carpet.
So I bring my hotel slippers and I also bring my own blanket because I don't sleep under hotel sheets. I can't.
I bring my Barefoot Dreams blanket. I bring I bring my travel pair of slippers. I also bring a pillowcase.
You do? Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's amazing.
So I don't bring like my really nice one that I use at home, but I just have like a silk one that's probably from like Amazon or Home Goods or something. And I have like a 4-pack that I travel with just because since I've been on my like skin journey and I've learned like how dirty pillowcases can be and then you're putting your face on it. I'm like, I want to just have my own. Like to me, that's gross. Like I'm more phobia of that versus like the floor. But so I always bring a blanket and a pillowcase, which sounds psychotic, but
no, I'm definitely going to start doing that. Sometimes I just bring my whole pillow, but if I can't, then I need to start bringing my own pillowcases. That is such a good tip. I'm going to steal that.
Yay. I'm shocked that you don't do that, just knowing how you are.
Yeah, I don't know. The feet really get me.
So socks 24/7 in the hotel.
Yeah, I sleep in socks in the hotels. I'm exposing myself.
No. Oh my God, guys, Riley sleeps in socks.
Only in hotels.
But oh my gosh, I don't know if I could fall asleep with socks on my feet. That makes me want to like throw up of claustrophobia.
I don't know. I just can't. I'm like, what if there's bed bugs down there?
Oh, I know, but my feet hurt right now thinking about them being suffocated.
I don't know. I'm a weirdo, I guess.
Hey, whatever works for you. Also, I know we both bring like a big hoodie and sweats just because you never know if you're going to be cold or hot or whatever. I usually will try to incorporate it in my outfit that I'm wearing on the plane or for the car ride so I don't have to overpack because those are bulky. Yeah. Kind of depends on the trip, but I'm trying to think. I feel like that kind of covers like specific things we bring.
Yeah. I feel like
Trying to
we
think.
have like our staple things that we bring with us every single time, and then we plan our outfits like according to what we're doing. But
Yeah.
whenever you get home from a trip, what kind of unpacker are you? Like, do you do it right away or do you wait like 10 business days?
Okay, I'm not 10 business days, but I usually go to bed that night or like that day and tackle it like afresh the next day. But
Yeah.
I usually come back and I'm usually exhausted and
Yeah.
sleep it off. And then I unpack the next day because I feel like I can't get back into the swing of things. I feel like it takes me a while to begin with, let alone having like my laundry behind and just stuff that's out of sync. So that's kind of what I do. What about you?
So I'm kind of the same, but I feel like it depends on the morale. Like, if I'm coming home from a bachelorette trip, I'm exhausted. I'm going home and going straight to sleep. But
Yeah.
it also depends kind of on the time of day I get home. If I'm home
Mhm.
early, I'll start my laundry, I'll start unpacking. It just feels so good to not have your suitcase looming over you, like laying on the floor, like get everything back in its place. And I feel like I'm starting to get back to normal if I do that right away.
No, I totally agree. It's so liberating when you feel like you're finally back and settled into your routine. I do want to ask you if you have like a back-to-back trip coming up, do you unpack your toiletry bags and makeup bags, or do you live in them like kind of packed if you know you're heading on a trip like a week from unpacking?
Oh, I'll unpack them.
Really? Okay, I
Yeah,
won't. Isn't
really.
that funny? So I will usually kind of unpack my toiletries, but I just feel like I'm gonna throw them all back in here. I might as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say though, I've tried like all the cute terry cloth, like stony clover vibe
Mm-hmm.
of bags, and just like ultimately are always getting trashed. And it's like I'm not that messy, but for some reason through travel, it just always feels like a waste of money because it's just disgusting after a year. I
Mm-hmm.
have found the best makeup bag that keeps everything so in its place, separated. Erica had it on our trip to Vegas, and I'm forever changed. I will link it for you guys. It's on Amazon. And like that, like I will totally keep for a week if I have a trip coming up. But
Yeah.
I was just curious because sometimes I do that and it gives a little anxiety, but I'm like, I don't feel like packing it again in a week.
Yeah. Speaking of toiletry bags, I did want to say too, I have found that having a clear toiletry bag where everything can stand up straight. I think I told you about it, Rose, and you found one
Yes.
on Amazon. So you should link that
Hmm.
too.
Yeah.
It is amazing. Like even just having clear so you can see what is in the bag and everything is able to stand up straight so it doesn't like spill or anything. I feel like
Hmm.
that is something that has made travel so much easier for me with like makeup and just all the toiletry stuff.
Yes, I remember I came to Riley and I was like, I need a new system. Like, this is not working for me. I feel like I'm like scrambling through everything to find it. And she directed me to the best bags on that like sturdy white or clear one with the black. It is
Yeah.
the best. I have 3 of them because I have so much stuff, but I highly, highly recommend. I think I did it leading up to the wedding because I was like trying to
Yeah.
like be on my P's and Q's and have sanity. So yeah, link that one on we'll link that so you guys have it because I think it makes a world of a difference. You're not messing up everything and making it a clustered mess. Um so yeah, I love finding good stuff that makes packing really easy and convenient. I do
Yeah.
know some people who travel so much that they have built up like a full separate toiletry and like makeup,
Oh, wow.
right?
Like
They just
double.
have it pre-packed,
Mhm.
ready to go. And like if I traveled that much for work, I think I would do that, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot to have double of everything.
Hmm.
So, whenever you get back from a trip, what do you do to like feel normal again? I feel like I'm always so puffy and bloated and just like not feeling my greatest.
I feel like I come to you every time I get back from a trip and I'm just like struggling. Like I'll be completely honest with you guys. I love traveling, but I also it takes me a little bit. I'm like, I feel like Riley, you're better. So you'll probably have better tips, but I feel like you can bounce back better than I can. It kind of takes a lot out of me, like not even physically, but emotionally. I'm like, I work from home. I don't talk to people all day. So I'm like exhausted mentally and physically. So it takes me a few business days for sure. Obviously, first things first is like making sure your house is clean and all your stuff is unpacked just for like a clear mind. I'll say working out will help me. Getting back into like your routine of like your morning routine if it fell off when you were traveling. A nice sweat always helps, a nice shower, ice rolling, those kind of things. But what about you?
I'm the same way. I feel like my morning routine, no matter what, like no matter how hard I try to stick to it when I'm traveling, it always falls off. Like I can pack
Mm-hmm.
my greens, but I'll forget to do them a couple of days on the trip. So just getting
Mm-hmm.
back into that every day, waking up, do your greens, do your ice rolling. And I like after a trip, sometimes I just am not motivated to work out. And so I'll just
Oh,
even go for a walk outside. And that
mhm.
even helps me just to like kind of reset. So just doing anything you can to feel normal and but not force it. Like you don't want to do a
Yes.
workout and hurt yourself because you're just like so lackluster.
No, that's really good advice. I think too, giving yourself grace to just like ease in, like don't feel like you
Yeah.
have to go right back to your routine that you haven't been doing, but little things that you know are going to help you. Like Riley said, a nice walk to get like a little sweat. But I feel like giving yourself time to just slowly ease back in will help you not burn out after the trip because I feel like it's
Hmm.
normal to have it take a few days. You're out of sync. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to mention, like tips and tricks with travel? We covered a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we covered a lot. Obviously, this is more in like the physical packing aspect, but I feel like because we travel so much, we thought we could also do an episode where we kind of talk about like leading up to a trip, how we plan it as far as like what we're going to do and how to find restaurants and how to just, plan. And there's just so much that comes with traveling, not just physically packing, but we thought this would be a perfect place to start. So if you have anything specific, we wrote down some different ideas we have for future episodes, but we always love hearing your guys' feedback. But I think that's it, Rye. Do you have anything else in the that you wanted to close up with?
No, I think I'm good. But yeah, we're definitely going to do an episode on what you mentioned, just like all things travel, staying organized, or even planning an itinerary. So
Yes.
stay tuned for that. But let's get into girls' room. We have 3 submissions today.
Yay.
Do you want to? Oh, sorry, everyone. I just hit my microphone so hard with my phone. Do you want to explain what girls' room is if people don't know?
Yes, of course. So, Girls Room is our weekly submission. It is exactly what you think it is when you hear the word Girls Room. That's where all bets are off and where girls bond together. And so, it's our place to just kind of connect with you guys and feel like we can help you with different life situations going on. We're so thankful we have each other. So, we want it to be a safe and anonymous place. But if you're needing advice or have questions or have situations that are going on and just want like unbiased, non like removed type of people to give you advice, you can submit. We always have a little box on our Instagram on a Google form, which actually makes it 100% anonymous. And we give our best advice every week. We take 3, and we have so many great submissions. So if we haven't gotten to you, we will. But feel free to send them in. And yeah, I love this segment. It feels like our listeners are loving it as well.
Yay! Okay, so today, submission number 1 is my husband's best friend's wife is one of the most toxic people that I've ever met. She is always trying to outdo not only myself, but our entire friend group. We all have fun laughing about how ridiculous she is behind her back, but I feel bad that our husbands are so close and I cannot connect with this girl on a more personal level.
So can you explain who it is again? The husband's?
Yeah, so it's her husband's best friend's wife. So basically, like,
Got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? This is hard.
So this is really hard, and it's hard to hang out with someone that you have close ties to. Like your husbands are best friends. You're going to see this woman all the time, and it's really hard when you don't vibe with them. It just makes it not fun for you. But I mean, you have to be friends with this girl. You're going to be around her all the time, and they're married, so it's not like they're going to break up. I would say maybe find something, anything that you guys can relate to and like talk about, like whether it's her hobby or a place you like to shop or a restaurant you like, just kind of find something that you guys like that's similar and maybe run with that. I don't know. What would you say?
No, that's really good advice. I think also going in with the mindset of maybe she's not my like particular best friend I'd pick if it was up to me, but it's a little bit of a sacrifice for your husband. I feel like if you look at it in that way and just kind of know that you're not going to necessarily have to hang out with her. Unfortunately, it'd be great if you wanted to hang out with her outside of your husband's getting together. But I think when I'm around toxic people, something that helps me, and it's definitely a work in progress, but is like releasing the tension to feel like you have to say or like let them know that they're being toxic. It's like, that's sad that they have to live that way. And you can just let it roll off your back of little things she says that probably irritate you or piss you off. Like, at the end of the day, she's the one who has to live with being so toxic and negative. I honestly would feel bad for her. So if you just kind of go in with the mindset of it's for your husband, find something like Riley said that you guys can bond over. That's even if it's surface level, you never know. Maybe if they don't have kids, kids will change her or
That's true.
something will change her. But I think you will have more enjoyment if you're not going in like with all these negative preconceptions about what you don't like about her. And like Riley said, maybe try and find things that you can at least have conversation about or like
Yeah.
be positive and maybe it will rub off on her. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. No, that really sucks. I agree with your advice 100%, Rose. And just know that you're being a really good wife, being nice to this toxic person. And yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully our
rough.
advice helped.
Yes.
Okay. Submission number 2. So I have 2 sisters. I am super close with one sister and not so close with the other. Would it be bad to choose one maid of honor instead of having them both? I talk to the one I am close with almost every day, and I talk to the other one only when she needs something. I am so torn. Okay, so this is a good submission because I feel like I can relate to this because I also have 2
Mhm.
sisters. I'm really close with both of them. It's not like I'm close with one and not close with the other. So it's not like same exact situation, but so Kendall and I are 7 years apart and Charlotte and I are 16 months apart. So I'm just close with them in very, very different ways. And so
Mhm.
what I did is I made both of them my maids of honor, and I feel like I just couldn't choose one. So my advice would be to have them both be your maids of honor, and they can team up and do everything for you. And it was really cute at my wedding. They did a speech, like they both stood up and like kind of tag teamed a little speech. And so my advice, I know you're super close with one of them rather than the other, but they're both family. And I think what I would do is have them both. What about you, Rose?
Yes. I mean, Riley has the best situation to be able to give proper advice. I do only have one sister. So just imagining in that situation, I think it's normal for you to bond with one sister in different ways, like Riley said. But I think at the end of the day, the sister that's closest to you is going to take reins on probably planning your bachelorette and the ins and outs of like what the maid of honor is responsible for. But I think there may be a time in your life when you get closer to the other one. And if you don't, like it's both of your sisters. I just think you'll look back and be happy they both had that title. I think it'll keep the peace because it's like, she's going to be a bridesmaid and stand up there, you might as well just split
Yeah,
the title. I think it will just keep more peace for you and just know that you can lean on the one you're closer to more.
100%.
I guess that'd be my advice.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Like I don't think you will regret having them both be your maids of honor, but I think maybe down the road you might regret if you only choose one.
Agree.
Okay, submission number 3. I always struggle with editing pictures, and I love the way both of your Insta profiles flow. Can you talk about how you edit pictures for Instagram and stories? How do you choose what
Oh.
style and what app do you use? Okay, I just want to say thank you, but I'm so bad at this. Rose is our aesthetic queen.
Oh
So
my
give us all
God.
your advice, Rose.
Wow. It's like that trend. Oh my God. I love this question. Okay. So I have had so many freaking cringy, trendy phases of my Instagram that I look back on. I'm like, why did I ruin that photo? And I feel like years from now or years from when I took those pictures, you can't find the unedited version. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why did I edit that this way? So I honestly am in like a no edit phase right now. I feel like it's just like more, I don't know. I feel like I've just over edited or like hued my photos before. So I don't edit my Instagram stories at all. I used to like add a filter, change it. And then for Instagram, if anything, well, any app I use to edit is Tezza. I'm like a Tezza
Love
girl.
Tezza.
Yes, Tezza girl till I die. I think that's where I get my filters, where you can like lower the exposure, you can add like the vintage effects, you can add the blur, like anything that you feel like is trendy, I feel like usually stems from Tezza. You use Tezza, right?
Yes, I do use Tezza. But like my flow doesn't look like yours. How do you get it so aesthetic looking?
Oh my gosh, this is such a compliment to me because I feel like I look at all these influencers' pages and I love like I feel like everyone has a different vibe they're going for. I always want my page to look aesthetic but approachable at the same time. Like it's
Yeah.
not so curated that it doesn't feel like a human is behind the photo. So sometimes it's like maybe it's not my favorite photo, but it looks better. I use the app Preview to kind of like see the flow of my actual photos. And so maybe if I had like a bunch of pictures of me in a row, now this is just my preference. There's plenty of people who do like just pictures of themselves and that looks cute in its own way. But for me, I'll look and if it feels like it's too busy, then I'll throw in like a picture of my coffee or like my shoes and it just kind of like breaks up the page a little bit. But as far as filters, like I said, right now I'm in like a no editing phase. I just think it looks better and more timeless, but I'll sometimes add like 10, number 10, like it's a scale of 1 to 10 on Tezza. Like 10, I usually do cocoa. What kind of
Oh,
and sometimes I'll lower the exposure a little bit. But what kind of filters do you do? There's one you do that I know exactly what it is. It's at like one section and it's like a pre-made filter, isn't it?
I like to use vintage for
Oh,
mine,
vintage.
but it's like almost too filtered, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I need to get away from it, but sometimes I need a little like edit or a little pop of color, and that's just my go-to. But yeah, I feel like I need to get away from that.
I feel like there's one I'm thinking of and I can't remember it, but it's like a super cute. So Tezza also has like pre-made filters that will be like a filter with grain. I feel like
Truffle.
truffle. Yes.
I use that one sometimes for stories. It adds a little green.
Yes.
I do like that one.
I love that one. That one is so cute. It kind of just depends. Like, I think my biggest advice, obviously, we gave you our tips, but I feel like my page is so different than Riley's and our pages are so different than other people's. I think as long as it makes you happy and like your filter instead of trying to like be someone else's aesthetic, kinda, just if you like that filter, then just stay consistent with it. But at the end of the day, I feel like we both are just trial and error all day.
That's so true. I feel like your Instagram page is like kind of a reflection of you and like your personality. Just do whatever you like and whatever pictures you think look good.
Yeah, play around with it. Play around with different photos. I will say sometimes it's frustrating when I was like deeply editing like a specific like super dark. I feel like I went through that moody phase. It sucks when a picture like doesn't look good and you're like, oh, I got to stay consistent with my thing. So it's nice kind of like not really editing. It's like whatever picture kind of goes. But I want to, if you're comfortable with it, tell us who you are so we can see how your Instagram feed goes so we can look at
it. Yes, I love that. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful advice, Rose. I'm going to take your advice for sure. Maybe I'll just do the no filter like you.
Yeah, I feel like you don't really edit yours.
Yeah, I just sometimes like to add a little something.
Yeah, same.
Well, I think that concludes our happy hour. Thank you guys so much for spending this happy hour with us. This Girls Night podcast, Drinks on Us. We would be so appreciative if you guys share this podcast with anyone you think would love it, friends, family, post it on your Instagrams. We love seeing the reposts, but thank you guys so much for spending your happy hour with us.
Yes, thank you so much. And we are available at Drinks on Us Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. If you're watching us and hanging out with us on the video format, hey, we love hanging out with you over here. But yeah, like Riley said, we're new to this. So any repost, share, 5-star review, subscribe, all those different things, reviews, it all means so much to us. And we love hearing your feedback. But that's really all we have today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I want to leave you guys with a little cheers to, if you're going on a trip soon, take some of our tips and see how it works for you. And also cheers to us, Rye. Officially fall season, girls together.
Woohoo! Cheers!
Cheers, you guys. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you, Rye.